So I purposely created this particular way because any time that a user calls the area of a rectangle, I wanted it to calculate the area again. That way, if a side changed, well, it would automatically update the area when you calculate it. Now this rectangle area, I don't want anybody to just be able to access. So for right here, I can say rect1 dot rect area. So that is going to access the rectangle area. So now when I run this, and I enter in my sides, notice I'm going to get a 0 there. I always want it to call this area. And that's just a design decision that I have there. And I could add some information here on my return, on my get. I can say something like if this dot rectangle area is null or equal to 0, I need to put this in parentheses, then call this dot, well actually it would be this dot rectangle area is equal to area, this dot area, to update that whenever we're actually calling this. So now when I run this, 4215, it's going to update that if the rectangle area is 0. But again, what if some malicious user goes in here and they set rectangle1 dot rect area is equal to 42, for instance, and you run this, you're going to get 42 back, because all we're saying up here is, hey, if that's 0, if we've never set it, go ahead and set it to the area and then update it. So instead, this is not the preferred way. And really, we should not allow just anybody to get the area of a rectangle without going through this area method. They should not have direct access to that. Maybe we allow them to set it, but every time that they call the area, or any time that they want to get the area, they should call this. So we can change the access permissions here to private. And now nothing except for anything inside of this class can access the getter for rectangle area. So notice that down here, property cannot be used in this context because the get accessor is inaccessible. So we're not able to access it outside of there. Now we can set it, and maybe as part of your design decision, you, instead of making this public, you want to make it private or protected because maybe you want it inherited or derived from there. But since we could always have to update the area from this method there, I don't know that it really matters too much if we leave this as public, because down here we're not able to access the getter. Instead, we have to say area. And we always have to say area, and the first line of area is, hey, we're going to update the rectangle area with the correct area. So now when we run this, doesn't matter that we already set it to 42 there. It's going to always calculate out the correct area and update rectangle area there, because only the methods and properties and everything inside of this class can access the getter for rectangle area.